Descarga la app de Vaughan Radio.
Somos los de Vaughan. Esto es Vaughan Radio.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon and welcome to Inglés con Ruby. I'm your host, Ruby, and today is Tuesday. Ya estamos a martes, and it's the 23rd of June. This week, or well, Sunday, we couldn't say that the week starts on Sunday, right? Sunday was the first day of summer. Now, it is very obvious because there's a heat wave and it's super duper extremely hot. But let's see what we're going to do today. This might be something that can, a lo mejor nos alegra un poco el día, ¿verdad? All right, we are going to do a little bit of review of the show that we did yesterday. So whatever we practiced yesterday, we are going to make sure that we can remember it and pronounce it, and just simply review yesterday's body parts, which was the vocabulary that we did yesterday. We are also going to review the expression that we practiced, and of course the phrasal verb, que no falte nunca. That is going to be the review, and we're going to do a little bit of vocabulary as content of the day. Ya sabéis que siempre hacemos vocabulario, gramática, expresión y un phrasal verb. And vamos a ver un poquito de negative attributes. So adjectives that describe you in a negative way, basically. After the negative attributes, we are going to do an activity on it to make sure that we understood and to make sure that we can use it, of course. After the vocabulary, we are going to do a little bit of grammar, and we're going to practice and learn. Some of you will already know this, but most of you won't. It's quite a specific grammar point, and it's also a little bit difficult, so we're going to practice even though, in spite of, and despite. And I'll explain it a little bit when we get there. After that, we are going to practice and learn an expression. We're going to learn an expression which is to tie up loose ends. Atar cabos sueltos. To tie up loose ends. After that, the last thing to do is going to be today's phrasal verb. Y vamos a hacer algo bastante sencillito, which is to note down. Que es lo mismo que to take note, que es tomar nota, pero es un poquito diferente. We're going to do note down con un poquito de translations, right? And that is today's content. Let's get started with today's review. Body parts. So on Monday, ayer estuvimos viendo body parts, partes del cuerpo, and we were looking at quite difficult body parts. So not the usual arm, leg, finger, toe, foot, feet, etc. We actually had a look at cómo decir campanilla, espinilla, nuez, nudillo, etc. So let's review this. I am going to say a word in Spanish, and I'm going to give you the chance to remember the word and say it out loud. Os voy a dar la oportunidad de acordaros de la palabra y que lo digáis en voz alta. Let's have a look at it. Campanilla. Uvula. Very good. U-V-U-L-A. Uvula. Rabadilla. Tailbone. This one is difficult. Tailbone. T-A-I-L-B-O-N-E. T-A-I-L-B-O-N-E. Tailbone. Espinilla. Shin. Very good. Shin. La espinilla es shin. Cuidado con la diferencia entre shin y chen, ¿vale? Chin es el mentón y el shin es la espinilla con S-H, S-H-I-N, shin. Muy bien. Hoyuelo. Do we remember how we said this? Hoyuelo. Dimple, D-I-M-P-L-E, dimple, very good. Nuez. Adam's apple, it's Adam's apple, so it's in your throat, but it's an apple. A-P-P-L-E, apple. Cuidado con la pronunciación de esta, porque escucha mucho apple, podéis decirlo así. Bueno, ahora que tenemos los móviles, Apple, it's much more well known. A-P-P-L-E, Adam's apple, con el genitivo sajón. Knuckle. Knuckle, ¿qué era knuckle? Ya lo he dicho en inglés. ¿Cómo era en español? Nudillo, very good. But how do we spell it? How do we spell knuckle? K-N-U-C-K-L-E. 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 Knuckle. Very, very good. Nuca. ¿Cómo es cuello? Neck. Very good. Y nuca. Back of the neck. The back of the neck. Very good. La parte de atrás del cuello. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? Back of the neck. Well done. El lóbulo. Earlobe. Very good. Earlobe. E-A-R-L-O-B-E. Earlobe. Muy, muy bien. E-A-R-L-O-B-E. Todo junto. Una palabra. Earlobe. Very good. La ingle. How do we say this one? The groin. Very good. G-R-O-I-N. G-R-O-I-N. Groin. The groin. Very good. Muslo. Thigh. Very good. T-H-I-G-H. Thigh. No se dice thigh ni nada por el estilo. Thigh. T-H-I-G-H. T-H-I-G-H. So, we said campanilla, uvula, rabadilla, tailbone, espinilla, shin, hoyuelo, dimple, nuez, Adam's apple, nudillo, knuckle, nuca, back of the neck, lóbulo, earlobe, ingle, groin, muslo, thigh. Very, very good. Y además estuvimos viendo cómo decir, oye, pues si te duele, si te da problemas, ve al médico, right? And so we said, you should go to the doctor, you should go to the doctor, or you should have your tailbone looked at. Deberías hacértelo mirar. You should have your tailbone looked at if it's giving you trouble. You should have your tailbone looked at if it's giving you trouble. Deberías hacértelo mirar si te está dando problemas. O sea que, realmente cuando decimos que algo da problemas en inglés, when we say, this is giving you trouble, what we're saying is, it's hurting. It hurts. Que duele. So, I'm going to say, for example, Javier, por ejemplo, espinilla, and you're going to say, Javier should have his shin looked at because it's giving him trouble. ¿Vale? Vamos allá. So let's go for example, José and campanilla. José should have his uvula looked at because it's giving him trouble. He should have his uvula looked at because it's giving him trouble. Muy bien. Espinilla, Marcos. Marcos should have his shin looked at because it's giving him trouble. Marcos should have his looked at because it's giving him trouble. Very good. All right, let's go for la nuca and Sarah. Sarah should have the back of her neck looked at because it's giving her trouble. Sarah should have the back of her neck looked at because it's giving her trouble, porque le está dando problemas. Hagamos una más para ya repasarlo, José y Hoyuelos. Why not? José should have his dimples, we said, right? José should have his dimples looked at because they're giving him trouble. He should have his dimples looked at because they're giving him trouble. Very, very good, everybody. Alrighty. Vamos a repasar not as much, many, less, and fewer, ¿vale? I want to review this because it's very important that we know the difference. Remember that much and less are both for sentences in the affirmative. Okay? No, perdonadme. Much and less are both for uncountable nouns. Many and fewer are for countable nouns. Much and many es para frases en negativo y less and fewer es para frases en afirmativo. Lo voy a repetir, ¿vale? Lo hicimos ayer, hicimos la actividad entera, pero vamos a repasarlo porque no es algo fácil. It's not an easy thing to remember or an easy thing to do. Much y less is for uncountable nouns, sustantivos incontables, y many and fewer are for countable nouns, para sustantivos contables. ¿Cuál es la diferencia? Pues much and less, o sea, much and many se usa para frases en negativo y less and fewer en afirmativo. Vamos a ver. Yo voy a decir, por ejemplo, there is less water in Spain than in Britain, and you're going to say there isn't as much water in Spain as in Britain. Cuando es en afirmativa la frase decimos as, y cuando la frase es en negativo decimos than. Okay? Very good. There are fewer people in Spain than in Britain. Eso significa que there aren't as many people in Spain as in Britain. There aren't as many people in Spain as in Britain. Very good. There is less sunlight in Britain than in Spain. Sunlight is uncountable. There isn't as much sunlight in Britain as in Spain. There isn't as much sunlight in Britain as in Spain. Muy bien. There are fewer restaurants in Britain than in Spain. There aren't as many restaurants in Britain as in Spain. There aren't as many in Britain as in Spain. Very good. There is less snow in Spain than in Britain. There isn't as much snow in Spain as in Britain. There isn't as much snow in Spain as in Britain. Very good. Vamos a hacer una más. There is less rain in Spain than in Britain. There is less rain in Spain than in Britain. Rain is uncountable. So there isn't as much rain in Spain as in Britain. There isn't as much rain in Spain as in Britain. No hay tanta lluvia en España como en UK. Very, very good, everybody. Now, hay algunas cosas más que quiero repasar. I want to review the expression that we did yesterday and the phrasal verb. Dos cositas más. Así que, let's have a look at it. Estuvimos haciendo rompiendo el hielo. So, romper el hielo. To break the ice. To break the ice. Que es igual que en español. We've got it the same as in Spanish. We say it the exact same way. So, romper el hielo se usa para intentar pues salir de una frase, por ejemplo, no frase, pero es como para salir de una situación incómoda. So we're trying to be less uncomfortable, right? We're trying to be more comfortable. So, romper el hielo. Si yo digo she a story, you're going to say she told a funny story to break the ice. Creo que con el ejemplo ha sido mucho más claro que con mi terrífica explicación. She told a funny story to break the ice. Pues para estar más cómodos, ¿vale? Dices algo para quitar la incomodidad. Vale, vamos allá. They, to ask questions. They asked questions to break the ice. They asked questions to break the ice. Very good. He, to introduce himself. He introduced himself to break the ice. He introduced himself to break the ice. I share a fun fact. I shared a fun fact to break the ice. I shared a fun fact to break the ice. Very good. Hagamos dos más. We, a group game. We played a group game to break the ice. We played a group game to break the ice. Muy bien. The teacher, a funny story. The teacher told a funny story to break the ice. Very good. The teacher told a funny story to break the ice. That's it. Bueno, vamos a ver el phrasal verb que hicimos ayer, to climb on. Hicimos las frases que tradujimos del español al inglés. Ahora lo que vamos a hacer es leer el texto. We're going to read the text. I'm going to read the text in English and we're going to answer some questions. A ver cuántas podemos contestar correctamente, claro. All right. Where did we park? After doing the shopping, Harry Green couldn't remember where he had parked the car. So he climbed on a bench to see if he could see it. He couldn't, so Charlie climbed on a bin, but he couldn't see it either. Cindy didn't want to climb on anything, so she walked around the parking lot looking for the car. Holly was anxious to get home, so she climbed on top of another car and looked around. Just then, the owner of the car Holly had climbed on saw her and shouted, "Get off my car!" It was getting late and Harry was about to climb on the roof of the supermarket when Cindy shouted that she had found the car. What is the difference between shout and scream? Las dos es gritar. En español se usa la palabra gritar. Puedes gritar diciendo el nombre de alguien o gritar de miedo. Por ejemplo, tienes miedo y gritas. Te das un susto y gritas. O quieres llamar a tu amiga que está en el tercer piso de la casa o del edificio y le gritas. Baja, por ejemplo. In English, there are two different words for those things. To scream is when you are scared, not particularly scared, angry, and you scream and you don't necessarily say anything. You don't have to be saying a word or delivering a message when you scream. But when you shout, you are screaming the name of someone or a word. So shout is when you're speaking very, very, very loudly, como hizo aquí Cindy, que dice, "I found the car." O cuando le dicen a Holly, "Get off my car," that is shouting. Y screaming es cuando pues tienes miedo, estás enfadado, etc. y no es con palabras. All right? All right, let's see if we can answer these questions. Who climbed on a bench? Who climbed on a bench? Harry Green climbed on a bench. He climbed on a bench to see if he could find the car. What did Charlie climb on? Charlie climbed on a bin. It's a bit terrifying because what if you actually fall into the bin? What if you fall into it? So he climbed on a bin. Why did Cindy walk around the parking lot? She walked around the parking lot to see if she could find the car. She didn't want to get on anything or climb on anything. No quería. She didn't want to climb on anything. Why did the owner shout at Holly? Why did the owner shout at Holly? The owner shouted at Holly because she was on his car. She was on his car. He did not like that. Imagine finding your car. You know, you go to a supermarket and you get outside and you see someone on top of your car that had climbed on the car. All right. Why did the owner of a car shout at Holly? Because she was on his car. And last one. What was Harry about to do when Cindy found the car? What was Harry about to do when Cindy found the car? Well, Harry was about to climb on top of the roof of the supermarket, of the building. He was about to climb on top of the roof of the building, but then Cindy found the car and they didn't have to climb on top of anything anymore and they could get home or go home. To climb on, montarse o subirse a algo. Very, very good, everybody. That was the review of yesterday's show. Now it's time to do today's vocabulary. Negative attributes. So we're going to have a look at attributes that you can use to say something about someone negatively. In a negative way. Negative attributes. Así que, ¿qué vamos a hacer? Bueno, yo voy a decir la palabra en español, a ver si la podemos traducir al inglés, ¿vale? Son palabras que se usan de vez en cuando when you want to say something usually negative about someone. Usually. Not all of them are negative, I don't think, But some of them, yeah. Alright, vamos a ver. Una cazafortunas. A gold digger. To dig is cavar. Gold is oro. Cavar oro. Buscas oro. You're a gold digger. To be a gold digger. G-O-L-D. Y luego por separado, que son dos palabras, digger. D-I-G-G-E-R. Gold digger. Una persona coqueta. Bueno, sí. O que le gusta flirtear, digamos. Una persona que le gusta flirtear. In English, you can call that a tease. T-A-S-E. Tease. Now, a tease really is much more important in English. I don't mean important, but the word has a lot of more of a heavier meaning than in Spanish. Okay? Tease. T-E-A-S-E. Es que yo no sé si estas palabras en español realmente existen o bueno, es la forma en la que se ha traducido en este libro, que ya sabéis que estamos usando el libro de vocabulario en inglés 3, el tercer libro, el rojo, y está en la página 162 y 163. And we have un devora hombres. It's quite literally a man eater. You eat men. Man eater, M-A-N, and then eater, E-A-T-E-R, man eater. Un devora hombres. M-A-N, que es hombre, y eater es que devoras, devorar. Eat, comer. Cabeza de chorlito. This one's pretty good. Ditzy, D-I-T-S-Y, ditzy. Una cabeza de chorlito. Ditzy, very good. Discutidora. Bueno, una persona que discute mucho. Pero no tiene por qué ser que discuta mucho, sino que una persona que siempre se defiende y va como con un argumento. In English we call that argumentative. Someone who's argumentative. Argumentative. So to argue es pelearse o llevar la contraria. Y argumentative, una persona como pues eso, que una persona como que es discutidora, discute, argumentative, ¿vale? Alright. Manipuladora, manipulative. This one we more or less knew, right? Manipulative. Un poco larga. Vamos a deletrear las dos, argumentative and manipulative. Argumentative. A-R-G-U-M-E-N-T-A-T-I-V-E. Argumentative. A-R-G-U-M-E-N-T-A-T-I-V-E. Argumentative. Manipuladora, manipulative, M-A-N-I-P-U-L-A-T-I-V-E, manipulative. Y superficial, shallow. Bueno, y nos quedan unas cuantas, pero we are going to go on a short break. Stay tuned because we're going to finish the vocabulary list and then we are going to do a full-on activity. Stay tuned. We'll be back in 4 minutes.
Vaughan Radio Madrid 100.4 FM.
¿Otro invierno buscando maneras de que tus hijos aprendan inglés? Este año, prepárales para un verano que no olvidarán. En los campamentos Vaughan, tus hijos vivirán una experiencia 100% en inglés, deportes, aventuras y todo mientras aprenden sin darse cuenta. Porque aprender inglés jugando y disfrutando es aprender de verdad. Dale a tus hijos un verano lleno de confianza, amigos y mucho inglés. Vaughan Camps. Learn, laugh and live in English. Plazas limitadas. Apúntales ya.
Si tu hijo tiene entre 6 y 12 años y termina el curso con dudas en matemáticas, Genius Math puede ayudarle a reforzar la base antes de septiembre. Clases online de matemáticas en inglés, método Singapur y 60% de descuento solo hasta el 30 de junio. Más información en grupovaughan.com/matemáticas.
Vaughan Outlet. Hazte con libros y packs coleccionables de autoestudio como Objetivo Inglés, Vaughan Certified Completo, Speak English Now e Inglés en 10 pasos. Ahora con increíbles descuentos. Libros desde €1, novelas con audio desde $3.50, libros infantiles desde €3 y mucho más. Entra en vaughantienda.com, Vaughan Outlet. Aprende más, pagando menos, hasta agotar existencias.
¿Sabías que tener una certificación oficial de inglés abre puertas a nuevas oportunidades? De cara al verano, ¿te gustaría conseguir tu B1, B2 o C1 con Vaughan? Con nuestros cursos de preparación de exámenes del Oxford Test of English, con clases prácticas, simulación de exámenes y profesores expertos, te garantizamos que alcanzarás tu meta. Puedes elegir la duración del programa, Premium o Express, para adaptarlo a tu ritmo. No dejes pasar esta oportunidad de certificar tu inglés con los mejores. Ven a nuestra próxima convocatoria. Además, ahora el examen está incluido. Grupo Vaughan, tu futuro comienza hoy. Entra en grupovaughan.com.
Mommy, Daddy, these summer English books are so much fun.
¿Quieres que este verano tus hijos repasen inglés de forma divertida? Tenemos justo lo que necesitas. Llega Summer English. Listen, practice, learn. La nueva colección de cuadernos de Vaughan para niños de primero a sexto de primaria. Con juegos, gramática, vocabulario, audios y actividades online. Todo al más puro estilo Vaughan. Ya disponibles en vaughantienda.com y librerías seleccionadas. Este verano, aprender inglés será su plan favorito.
¿Buscas el impulso definitivo para tu inglés profesional? Con Master Plus de Vaughan lo tienes todo. 5 meses de clases intensivas en grupo con el Executive Master, más 5 meses adicionales de clases individuales one-to-one online, donde tú eliges el horario, el ritmo y el enfoque, gramática, conversación o lo que necesites. Master Plus es flexibilidad real para alcanzar fluidez profesional. Descúbrelo en grupovaughan.com/master.
En Vaughan sabemos que el éxito empresarial se nutre del dominio de múltiples idiomas. Por eso, ofrecemos cursos no solo en inglés, sino también en francés, portugués, italiano y alemán, entre otros. Visita grupovaughan.com o llama al 91 108 3488 y comienza a transformar el futuro de tu empresa hoy.
Encuentra todos los libros de nuestros presentadores de radio en las tiendas Vaughan o en vaughantienda.com.
Escúchanos en cualquier momento y en cualquier lugar. Descarga la app de Vaughan Radio.
You are listening to Everyday. Listen to Vaughan Radio. You're listening to Vaughan Radio.
Tune in every day.
Vaughan Radio.
Everyone, we are back with Inglés con Ruby. I'm your host Ruby, and we are going to continue today's vocabulary. Habíamos hecho el review del programa de ayer. Hemos aprendido algunas palabras que son negative attributes, and now we are going to get right back into it. Vamos a continuar con el vocabulario. Habíamos dicho que una cazafortunas o lo hemos puesto en femenino, pero un o una cazafortunas es a gold digger. You dig for the gold. Una coqueta, a tease, T-E-A-S-E, devora hombres. A man eater, you eat men, you go through them like a bee goes through flowers. Cabeza de chorlito, ditzy, D-I-T-S-Y, ditzy. What a ditzy, you can say. Discutidora, argumentative, to be argumentative, muy bien. Manipuladora, manipulative. ¿Cómo es manipular? To manipulate. I'm manipulating someone. Someone is manipulating me. To manipulate. Y entonces manipuladora. Manipulative. Superficial. Shallow. S-H-A-L-L-O-W. Shallow. S-H-A-L-L-O-W. Shallow. Una persona muy superficial. De hecho, por ejemplo, una piscina que no tiene mucha profundidad es a shallow swimming pool. A swimming pool that is shallow. Okay, so shallow. Very good. S-H-A-L-L-O-W. S-H-A-L-L-O-W. Superficial. To be shallow. Maliciosa. This is a good one. Catty. C-A-T-T-Y, 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 to be catty. That's it. Catty. Tenemos dos más. Cara de mantener, de ser de alto mantenimiento, digamos. High maintenance. Tenemos high maintenance and low maintenance. Mantener, to maintain. Maintenance, mantenimiento. Mantenimiento, maintenance. Por ejemplo, tengo que hacerle X, mantenimiento a tal cosa. I have to do the maintenance on, I don't know, my car. I don't really know, for example, right? Cara de mantener, to be high maintenance. Y barata de mantener, to be low maintenance. L-O-W, low maintenance. Digo maintenance, pero es M-A-I-N-T-E-N-A-N-C-E. Es muy larga. Maintenance. Maintenance. Vale. Malintencionada. Esto en inglés es más como que hago algo malo para devolvértela. Me hiciste daño y te la voy a devolver. ¿Vale? And that is to do things out of spite. You are spiteful, malintencionada. You're a spiteful person. Tienes malas intenciones. You have bad intentions. So you are spiteful. Okay? Vale. We said a gold digger, cazafortunas, a tease, una coqueta, a man-eater, una devora hombres, ditzy, cabeza de chorlito, argumentative, discutidora, manipulative, manipuladora, shallow, superficial, catty, maliciosa, high maintenance, cara de mantener y spiteful, malintencionada. Vale, y tenemos una expresión aquí abajo que dice if I were in your shoes. Si yo estuviera en tus zapatos, o sea, si yo estuviera en tu lugar, ¿vale? En inglés no decimos if I were in your place, we say if I were in your shoes. Si yo estuviera en tu lugar. If I were in your shoes, I would do such thing. Por ejemplo, si yo estuviera en tu lugar, no discutiría con mi jefe. Si yo estuviera en tu lugar, no discutiría con tu jefe. If I were in your shoes, I wouldn't argue with your boss. If I were in your shoes, if I were, digo I y were porque es un condicional. Normalmente es I was, ¿vale? I was, you were, pero digo if digo I were en este caso porque es un condicional y en el condicional sí que decimos were con la primera persona. If I were in your shoes, I wouldn't argue with your boss. Si yo estuviera en tu lugar, no invertiría en esa empresa. Perdón, no invertiría. What a day for me, ¿eh? Si yo estuviera en tu lugar, no invertiría en esa empresa. If I were in your shoes, I wouldn't invest in that company. If I were in your shoes, I wouldn't invest in your company, in that company. ¿Qué vamos a hacer ahora? Pues yo voy a decir algo tan sencillo como, por ejemplo, María, una cazafortunas. Quiere decir que María es una cazafortunas, pero no voy a decir tan solo Maria is a gold digger. I'm going to say, si yo estuviera en tu lugar, no me juntaría con María porque es una cazafortunas. Right? That's what we're going to say. If I were in your shoes, I wouldn't get involved with Maria. She's a gold digger. Podemos decir because she's a gold digger. If I were in your shoes, I wouldn't get involved with Maria because she's a gold digger. ¿Vale? Muy bien. Celia, discutidora. If I were in your shoes, I wouldn't get involved with Celia because she is argumentative. If I were in your shoes, I wouldn't get involved with Celia because she's argumentative. Manuela, superficial. If I were in your shoes, si yo estuviera en tu lugar, if I were in your shoes, I wouldn't get involved with Manuela. She's very shallow. También podemos decir superficial. She's very superficial. It's the same thing, really. She's very superficial or she's very shallow. Muy bien. Eva es una coqueta. If I were you, I wouldn't get involved with Eva. She's a tease. She is a tease. If I were you, I wouldn't get involved with Eva. She is a tease. Luz, cabeza de chorlito. If I were you, I wouldn't get involved with Luz. She's a ditzy. I wouldn't get involved with Luz because she's a ditzy. Very good. Juana, malintencionada. This is probably one of the worst ones, right? Like, you can be a bit of a tease, you can be ditzy, you can be a bit of a gold digger, even argumentative, but spiteful? That I wouldn't even be friends with. I wouldn't get involved with people who are spiteful. Y manipuladora tampoco. ¿Cara de mantener? Pues bueno, ¿por qué no? ¿Devora hombres? Pues ¿por qué no? Usted no puedes tener una amiga, ¿no? O te puedes juntar con una persona que es un poco cara de mantener, no pasa nada, una cazafortunas, bueno, un poco superficial, tampoco es el fin del mundo, ¿no? Pero malintencionada o manipuladora, you don't want to do that, do you? All right. Juana, malintencionada. If I were you, I wouldn't get involved with Juana because she's very spiteful. If I were you, I wouldn't get involved with Juana because she is spiteful. Marta, devora hombres. If I were you, I wouldn't get involved with Marta. She's a man-eater. I wouldn't get involved with Marta because she's a man-eater. Clara, maliciosa. If I were you, I wouldn't get involved with Clara because she is quite catty. If If I were you, I wouldn't get involved with Clara because she's catty. Vamos a por dos más. Victoria, cara de mantener. If I were you, I wouldn't get involved with Victoria. She is high maintenance. I wouldn't get involved with Victoria because she is high maintenance. Very good. Y por último, Diana, manipuladora. Estás mala también. If I were you, I wouldn't get involved with Diana. She's manipulative. Diana, que en inglés es Diana. If I were you, I wouldn't get involved with Diana. She is manipulative. Very, very good, everybody. Esto está en la página 162 y 63 de el tercer libro de vocabulario en inglés. That was the vocabulary of the day. Now it's time to do today's grammar. In spite of or despite. ¿Qué vamos a practicar? Bueno, in spite of the fact that or despite the fact that. Va con sujeto y verbo. Vamos a practicar in spite of and despite, ¿vale? Que es a pesar de. A pesar de. Estas dos se pueden usar de la misma forma. A pesar de. Even though it was snowing and windy, Natasha walked to the library. Aunque estaba nevando y hacía viento, Natasha andó a la biblioteca. Fue caminando a la biblioteca. Aunque estaba nevando y hacía viento. ¿Y qué vamos a decir? Natasha walked to the library in spite of the snow and wind. ¿Vale? No podemos poner snowy and windy. Snow and wind. Tenemos que convertirlo en el sustantivo. ¿Vale? Tenemos que usar el sustantivo. We can't put it in the gerund form. We can't make it the verb. So, también podemos decir, even though it was snowing, Natasha walked to the library despite the snow and wind. ¿Vale? Si queremos usar snowing, tenemos que usar in spite of the fact that it was snowing, que es un poquito más complicado. Vamos a intentar usar solo in spite of or despite y vamos a usar el sustantivo. Y si no hay un sustantivo y hay que ponerlo en gerundio, vamos a decir despite the fact that, a pesar del hecho de que, ¿ok? So, vamos allá. Even though she knows it's bad for her health, Kate smokes. Even though she knows it's bad for her health, Kate smokes. Kate smokes in spite of knowing, aquí sí, in spite of knowing that it's bad for her health. She smokes in spite of it, también podemos decir, being bad for her health. Even though it was raining, we went to the football match. Y aquí, we went to the football match despite the rain. We went to the football match despite the rain. No podemos decir despite of or despite raining. Podemos decir despite or in spite of the fact that it was raining. So, vamos a lo más sencillito. We went to the football match despite the rain. Even though she has a bad temper, he loves her. He loves her despite her bad temper. He loves her despite her bad temper. A pesar de su temper es tener como no mal humor, pero malas reacciones, basically. You have a bad temper. When you get angry, you get very angry. When you get upset, you get very angry. Even though it's very hot, Dave took the metro. Dave took the metro despite the heat. Despite the heat. ¿Vale? Despite the heat. ¿Por qué en estas estamos poniendo un sustantivo y en otra hemos puesto un verbo? Pues porque en la otra no se podía usar el sustantivo, no había sustantivo que valiera, entonces había que ponerlo en verbo y en el gerundio. Pero si se puede poner el sustantivo, tiene que ir con el sustantivo. Even though it made no sense, the conservatives cut taxes. The conservatives cut taxes even though it made no sense, despite it not making sense. The conservatives cut taxes despite it not making sense. Even though I can't dance, I like nightclubs. I like nightclubs despite not being able to dance. I like nightclubs despite not being able to dance. Very good. Let's do one more. Even though we were hungover, we had another beer. We had another beer despite being hungover. We had another beer despite being hung over. Very, very good, everybody. So, esto lo repasaremos mañana. Despite, in spite. Despite of the fact that, or despite the fact that. Or just simply despite plus the noun. Very, very good, everybody. That was the grammar. Now it's time to move on to today's expression. To tie up loose ends. ¿Qué significa? Tie up loose ends. Atar cabos sueltos. To tie up loose ends. Atar cabos sueltos. Tienes algunas cosas que hacer. Hay cabos sueltos. Pues te ocupas de atar los cabos sueltos, right? So, I'm going to say a sentence and we're going to rephrase it in order to use to tie loose ends, tie up loose ends. Que tie up es un phrasal verb, tie up loose ends se convierte en un idiomatic expression. Okay. We need to finish the last few minor tasks before the weekend. Vamos a cortarla. We need to finish a few tasks before the weekend. We need to tie up some loose ends before the weekend. We need to tie up some loose ends before the weekend. Very good. Tie, T-I-E, que es atar. Up, arriba. Bueno, tie up. Loose, que son sueltos. L-O-O-S-E. Y ends son, los cabos. Bueno, las partes, the end of something, ¿no? Cuando algo acaba, it's the end of something. So, the event is tomorrow, so today is all about the final details. The event is tomorrow, today is about the final details. The event is tomorrow, so today is about tying up loose ends. The event is tomorrow, so today it's about tying up loose ends. I can't leave work early. I have to wrap up a few things. Tengo que wrap up, terminar algunas cosas. I can't leave work early. I have to tie up a few loose ends. I have to tie up a few loose ends. Before we submit the proposal, we need to make sure everything is complete. Before we submit the proposal, we need to tie up a few loose ends. Before we submit the proposal, we need to tie up a few loose ends. We need to tie up a few loose ends. Very good. The main project is done, but we still need to settle on a few things. The main project is done, but we still need to tie a few loose ends tie up. So it's done, but we still need to tie up a few loose ends. Let's meet for 10 minutes to complete the last few bits. Let's meet for 10 minutes to complete to tie up, let's meet for 10 minutes to tie up a few loose ends. To tie up a few loose ends. Very good. And last one. Before selling the house, they had to complete some things. Before selling the house, they had to tie up a few loose ends. Before selling the house, they had to tie up a few loose ends. Atar cabos sueltos. Well done. To tie up some loose ends. Tie up loose, L-O-O-S-E. Cuidado porque L-O-S-E is to lose something. Y loose con doble O es suelto. Cosas sueltas. Very, very good, everybody. That was today's expression. Now we are going to do today's phrasal verb. To note down. Anotar. Es como to take note. Same thing. Note down. Anotar algo. So, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? I'm going to say a sentence in Spanish. You're going to translate the sentence. Acordaos que cuando el phrasal verb es separable y el complemento directo es un pronombre, lo tenemos que colocar entre el verbo y la preposición. Y cuando el complemento directo es un sustantivo, sí que lo podemos colocar entre el verbo y la preposición o después de la preposición. Vamos allá. Anotaron lo que ella dijo. They noted down what she said. They noted down what she said. Ella anotó su dirección. She noted down his address. She noted down his address. No tengo nada donde anotarlo. I don't have anything to note it down on. I don't have anything to note it down on. Anótalo en esta servilleta. Note it down on this napkin. ¿Puedo coger tu boli para anotarlo? Can I borrow your pen to note it down? Can I borrow your pen? Cuidado con lend and borrow. Lend es prestar y borrow es tomar prestado. Can I borrow your pen to note it down? Él anotó su número de teléfono. He noted down her phone number. He noted down her phone number. Muy bien. Asegúrate de anotarlo en un sitio seguro. Make sure you note it down somewhere safe. Make sure you note it down somewhere safe, en un sitio seguro. Él les dio un montón de fechas importantes que anotar. He gave them a lot of important dates to note down. ¿Puedo decir many? Sí, pero many se suele usar en frases en negativo. No queda igual de nativo o fluido, natural, si lo decimos en una frase en afirmativo como esta. Es mejor decir a lot of. So he gave them a lot of important dates to note down. ¿Por qué no los anotó él? Why didn't he note them down? Why didn't he note them down? Ella intentó anotar la letra de la canción. She tried to note down the lyrics of the song. Or she tried noting down the lyrics to the song. Podemos decir the lyrics of the song porque son de la canción, pero es más común usar la preposición to. She noted down the lyrics to the song. This is a lot of the times how people learn English. I've asked a lot of non-natives how they learned English, and most of them say with music and TV shows. And also, they also say that they've learned it with video games. And then in the video games, a lot of the times you can hear the English language, but also you can read it because there are subtitles and it tells you what to do and you have to read it in English. And so some games don't have the Spanish version. And so I think with song lyrics and video games, a lot of people have learned English. Yeah. So to note down, this is on page 124 and 25. Mañana veremos el texto. The Black Book se llama y lo veremos mañana. Lo leeré en inglés para ver cuántas preguntas podemos contestar. That, everybody, was it for today. We've done quite a lot. We've done review, vocab, grammar, an expression, and a phrasal verb. And I want to remind you that we have a new Instagram, Vaughan Radio. There's a lot of content on that, so don't forget. And also, don't forget to stay curious and keep shining. Bye-bye.
Esto lo que oyes. You're listening to the right radio. You're listening to Vaughan Radio. You're listening to Vaughan Radio.
Este verano, ¿quieres que tus hijos se diviertan, vivan 1000 aventuras y además ganen fluidez en inglés, rodeados de naturaleza y con los mejores monitores angloparlantes Vaughan? Tráelos a nuestro Vaughan Summer Camps, con cabañas, actividades acuáticas, multiaventura, nuevos amigos y entornos increíbles donde aprenderán a resolver situaciones cotidianas en inglés sin darse cuenta. Más de 3000 niños viven nuestras inmersiones cada año. Encuentra tu mejor Summer Camp sin salir de España. Contrata tu mejor camp.
Come to learn with us at Vaughan.
¿Te apuntas?
Mommy, Dad.